All right, guys, and welcome once again to this channel. On Friday, President Addo Akufo Addo, the President of the Republic of Ghana, popularly known as Addo D, and he delivered his last State of the Nations address in Parliament. And what happened? A whole lot of issues happened. Addo D said the country is not as broke as some propagandists claim it is, and also that he's living a country where the aged will grow happily and be able to contribute significantly to societal growth. In a nutshell, he is living a country, a Ghana that is working. He said, I am living a Ghana that is working. Really? Is Ghana really working? Well, yeah, so let me hear your comments in the comment section. Kindly subscribe to this channel, and we'll bring you updates on African politics and everything that has to do with governance in Africa. Yeah, even though some of us don't really enjoy, African democracy. I said African democracy because the kind of democracy we practice in Africa is not good. Because you see Philly, people looting money under their beds, people looting money and keeping it in their accounts. And nobody says anything. It goes to court, and when the person gets a good lawyer, then the case is quashed. That is not good. That is not the kind of democracy we want. You understand? Somebody like me, I feel that, yeah, Ghana, for example, in many countries in Africa, really needs some kind of military rule for some time. To drag the ears of people who think that they can take everything into their own hands and loot the public coffers, something that is supposed to benefit everyone. So yeah, but on this day, on Friday, when the president delivered his State of the Nations address, I really enjoyed it. What saddens me on that day was that during the delivery of the State of the Nations address, the president's bodyguard fell at a point. Yeah, so you could see that around 44 minutes to 45 minutes into his speech, the bodyguard was really struggling. I could see he was adjusting himself, taking deep breaths, doing everything he could to stand, but no, he couldn't hold. So at a point he fell, and that was really sad and good.
Solidifying the judiciary's role as a bulwark of Ghana's democracy and development. Moreover, the Law House, a modern facility for the Office of the Attorney General, has now been completed. Mr. Speaker, has now been completed. Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, so this is what happened, as you have seen. So the bodyguard collapsed, at a point, and it took the other security men and members of parliament and the guests present to come to his aid, and the bodyguard was rushed to the hospital. And we hope that he gets better. For a military man to fall like this is not something easy. It means that he really fell. Either he had a condition, he had a medical condition, or he was not feeling well that day, or he was stressed up. Yeah, so these are some of the reasons that could cause that. But then, yeah, we hope that he gets fine. So after that, the president continued with his State of the Nations address, and he made certain comments. He said he is living a country that is working. Watch what the president said.
And a Ghana that is thriving, one that has navigated significant global challenges with remarkable tenacity, whose economy is steadily rebounding, and whose institutions are operating effectively. It's a Ghana where the youth are being empowered with opportunities to channel their energies into meaningful and productive endeavors, where the arts are beginning to flourish, and where the elderly can grow old in safety and dignity, and continue to make meaningful contributions to society. I leave behind, Mr. Speaker, a Ghana that is working. Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, so the president says he leaves behind a Ghana that is working. And I don't believe it is so, because I mean a lot of this happened. Ghana has been through hell these 8 years. I mean, you don't have to hide this. You understand? We don't have to fear their feelings, and we have to say the truth. Even the COVID that came, that they blame everything on the COVID. But come to think of it, we took COVID levy, we took grants for COVID, we took money from people who came in, and a whole lot of money. When they analyzed all this money that Ghana got during the COVID period, the COVID didn't impact us so much. Compared to other countries, I mean, relative to other countries, we didn't suffer so much under this COVID. But the money we spent is 2 times more than what other countries who experience, I mean, other countries who bore the burden of COVID. You understand? And we spent all this money. It went into people's pockets. And then we still complain. And then they also blamed it on Russia-Ukraine war. Come on, come to think of it. I mean, I am in Russia, okay? And even the Ukraine that suffered this thing, as at 2020, Ukraine's inflation was in a single digit, and ours was somewhere 40-something, 47. Okay, just last what do you call it? In this, just in November 2024, Ukraine's inflation rate was somewhere around 13 point something. You understand? And Russia is around 9 point something. I mean 8.7, 8.9 inflation. And Ghana is still somewhere 20 something to 27 point or 25. Inflation rate in Ghana is 25. When Ukraine is 13 and then Russia is 9. I mean almost 9, is 8.7. So what are we talking about? Where the war is happening, they don't even experience the hardship that Ghana is experiencing. They don't even experience the hardship that Ghana is experiencing. And what is happening? You understand? So you do all these things, and all these things happen, and then you come and tell us that you are leaving behind a Ghana that is working. Well, when he finished his speech, I mean, as I said, we enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I sometimes, and I enjoyed it so much when he finished his speech. The minority leader had to make his comments. And I've always said it, that if you want a parliament house that is, what would I say, the most funniest parliament house, or the most interesting parliament houses in Ghana, then you need to, in Africa, then you need to come to Ghana and South Africa. I believe that these two countries, the parliament houses are always very dramatic. So when he finished his speech, as I said, okay, the minority side had to give their comments of this President's State of the Nation's address. And these comments were delivered by the Deputy Minority Leader, Honorable Kofi Boah. Yeah, so he delivered his speech and he said a lot of things.
To thank His Excellency the President for the message on the state of the nation that he has just delivered. Mr. Speaker, I need to remind you that the people of Ghana have already given their verdict on the true state of the nation. And that verdict was very, very clear. Economic hardship, huge debt overhang, high youth unemployment, hopelessness, and more. We have come to the end of the road for what has been undoubtedly the worst government under the Fourth Republic. Honourable Speaker, this abysmal record was confirmed on December 7th when the people of Ghana returned the most overwhelming and emphatic vote of rejection of any government ever witnessed under the Fourth Republic. Mr. President, you will be remembered as the first president who was cushioned by the IMF when you began, and you are still being cushioned at the end of your term. Mr. President, you left something very important in your account. You left out an account of your promise to God to build him a cathedral. But Mr. President, Mr. President, I will leave that.
As you can see, at this point, the president himself was laughing because it's funny. Yeah, because he promised. Yeah, because he promised God to build a cathedral, and then if you go and see there, it is called one of the most expensive hole in the world. Yeah, because a lot of money has been sunk in this cathedral, and no work is done. Just foundation. They just dug the foundation, and that's all. And they have spent billions of dollars into that hole. So it is because of that it is called the most expensive hole in the world.
For you, between you and your God. Mr. President, let me remind His Excellency, Honourable Speaker, that his tenure in office will remain a timely reminder of how not to govern the country.
Come on. Oh my God. So this is interesting. Yeah, so what he's actually saying is that the president's tenure of office is a timely reminder, or will be a timely reminder of how not to govern a country. It means that it's been very terrible. Come on. What is more interesting than this? I mean, and we want people who are able to speak to authority, to speak to power, speak the truth to power. I know they are taking it at the political angle, but then that is the truth. Ghana has been through hell within these 8 years. I mean, especially the last 4 years, it's been through hell. A lot of scandals, people looting money, and the president is doing nothing. I mean, at the point, the president was called a clearing agent, because when his appointee loots money or does something wrong and is caught, the president simply step into the aid of his employees. And that is not good. That is not a good example to live. So I think, I mean, they are taking it in the political angle, but I think it's really very bad. Yeah. So and the minister actually, I mean, dealt with it. I mean, the honorable member of parliament actually went into the case, I mean, as he's supposed to.
But let me also be quick to assure the good people of Ghana that hope is on its way. And President John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, we can once again glean a brighter future from the throes of despair. Together we will work hard to lift ourselves from this historic low and reclaim our place, our glory as the Black Star of Africa once again.
Yeah, so that is it. And then he actually ended in a quotation, and that quotation is what shocked. I mean, really got into many people so much, because I mean, a quotation that talks about how God delivered people from the Egyptians. I'm telling them that these people you have seen here, you will never see them again forever. Watch out. I mean, let's watch it.
Of Africa, once again. Fellow Ghanaians, we are comforted and strengthened by the following words of scripture. And I'm quoting Exodus chapter 14, verse 13. And I quote, "And Moses said unto the people, Fear you not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord,
Yes.
which he will show you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you shall see them no more. Bye bye, Mr. President. It is finished. With that, Mr. Speaker, I thank you very much.
And it actually ended that way. Yeah, it's actually finished. But then, you know, one African president, I think it was Idi Amin, that he says that, we understand when they say freedom of speech. But then, if you are going to make that speech, you need to remember that it is freedom of speech that is guaranteed. But freedom after speech, no, nobody hand there inside. It be you alone. So, and I also say that the president has to thank his wife. If there's any woman that fights for her husband, it is the first lady of the Republic of Ghana, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo Addo. She really fought for her husband. She stood she stood behind her husband. But then, madam, you need to understand, because this is democracy. And your husband is a very serious advocate of democracy that we know. We have grown to hear that he was a very strong and a lead advocate of democracy. And so that is it. Democracy means freedom of speech. So the deputy minority leader gave his speech. He gave his comments, what he thinks about the president's speech or in the president's tenure of office. And that is it. But then, madam didn't take it kindly. When the ceremony was done, the president walked through and he greeted both the minority and majority. He shook hands with everyone, and he shook hands and was okay with Honorable Kofi Boah, because he knows what it is. It is democracy, and he was just expressing his view. You understand? But then when the first lady was passing by, no, she couldn't stand it. When she got to where Honorable Kofi Boah was sitting, she said, "Mr. Boah, you see those comments you made there? Why? Don't make those comments again. Don't ever refer to my husband this way again." And then it took the majority leader, Honorable Afenyo Markins, to come and comfort her and took her out, and led her away, and then also apologized to Honorable Kofi Boah, because the woman didn't understand what the democracy means. Your husband, I think, and I said that she didn't feel the pain. She didn't feel the heat Ghanaians felt. You were sitting in Flagstaff House eating the food you like and everything, but you don't know what the ordinary Ghanaian felt. And someone just expressed their view, and you are angry about your husband. And so what? Did you care about how Ghanaians felt? Do you know how Ghanaians feel as it stands now? So some of these things you shouldn't like, and also Akufo Addo's government, I don't know, but it's one of the government that has been very intolerant to people's comment, because Akufo Addo himself, when he goes to ask chiefs to stand up and greet him, and makes comments in public places, that is it. So that is what happened. And then let's watch what the first lady did. She said, "Mr. Boah, don't ever speak that way to the president of the republic." Yeah, interesting. But then that's fine. And then also after, when the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Alban Bagbin, sent for he actually tapped at the first lady. He wanted to greet the first lady, but then the first lady said, "I will not talk to you. You sat there and you watch people speak anyhow to my husband, so I don't have time." So actually, the first lady she was furious, and she walked out of the parliament. She went home without her husband. I mean, this conduct is not good. If she was there when President Mahama made his last State of the Nation's address and heard the comment the then MPP side gave him, you wouldn't be doing this. You wouldn't act this way. But they took it calm, and the First Lady took it calm. What kind of intolerance is this? Then she walked out with her aides, and she went and took her car, and she went home without her husband. I mean, watch what happened.
Sit there and let people speak. Yeah, spend
She said, you sat there and watch people speak anyhow to my husband. You don't talk to me. And she literally walked out. I mean, she walked out. Yeah, so guys, that is what happened. The First Lady got angry that the minority leader spoke that way to her husband, and she walked out. But I think that is why I said so. It is her prerogative. She chooses what to do. I mean, you can't choose for her. She chooses how to act, and that is it. So, and just the same way, the minority leader also chooses what to say. He has the right to choose what to say, and he said that exactly. Yeah. So, and kindly leave your comments in the comment section and subscribe to this channel. We are still growing. We just started, so I mean, we want to try and see how we can advance and bring you news from other African countries, what happens in other African countries. Yeah, but as I said, not all of us believe in democracy. Some of us actually feel that we need a Traore in Ghana. Because successive governments have always done this thing. They come and they loot money and they go away. And it is we, the citizens, who suffer. It is you and I who suffer. You understand? So I feel that this shouldn't continue. We have to find a way to do it. And we need not necessarily a military regime, but we need someone who is as hard as Traore of Burkina Faso to come and sit in Ghana, to sit as Ghana's president, and then to turn things around. He came in and he says, no, I don't want the presidential salary. I don't want a presidential car. I don't need anything. But then I'm going to slash, I'm okay with my salary as a captain of the military or as the captain in the military. I'm okay with that money. And also he slashed down ministerial salaries in order to cushion, because many things are going on and then people are just sitting somewhere enjoying money. It's not fair, and allowing people to die. And look at how far he has brought Burkina Faso. And it is very interesting. And I think we all should be advocating for that. Yes, because successful government under the so-called democracy come in and they loot our monies and go away. What is the essence of democracy if it doesn't benefit the ordinary people? What is the essence of democracy? So I think we need to sit up as a people and speak truth to authority and let them do the right thing. So, and so that is it. And President Mahama has launched a Operation Aura that is supposed to recover all loot. I hope they do, because it has always happened that way. We have Attorney General, we have Shiraj, we have what do you call it, Yoko, we have Iyoko, we have special prosecutor. All these people, all these agencies are there to fight corruption, but yet nothing is being done. So we hope that this other team will do their work. Thank you very much, and see you in my next episode. Bye bye.